Hello, 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 hello. This is the second episode, and I am not Obego Ntlanhla Enhle Sisonke Shabangu. Yeah, I just love saying my name in full. I don't know, but it's just one of those really special things to me because, yeah, it's just one of those things. So, this is the second episode, like I've said, and today I'm going to be talking about dealing with loss. I believe that all of us at a certain point in our lives we lose either like a loved one, material possessions, job opportunity, business opportunity, like anything that might just be meaningful to us, you might just lose. So I just want to take you guys through like the basic steps of dealing with that loss, that pain, and I just want to put it out there that I'm very, very passionate about healing. I'm very, very passionate about healing, and it's because I'm surrounded by a lot of people who never really healed from their past experiences, and people are still carrying the weight. And I want you guys, I want us, I want my peers, this generation, to not be like those mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandfathers that are bitter, miserable, emotionless, and still carrying like the baggage and the burdens like from maybe childhood. So I really, really have come to realize that healing is a personal decision first and foremost. It's a conscious decision that you have to make. Nobody can push you to healing. Nobody can do that, because when you say yes, I want to heal, I want to move on, that is you wanting to step out of like a fearful life. That is you wanting to take your own life into your own hands and just getting the courage to go through that process and unbecome, unlearn. Yeah, like that's the whole need for healing, just so that you may go through that whole process. And sometimes it's not going to take like 2 years, so it's not going to take 5 years. It's not going to, some people it's taken 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, like it doesn't matter. But what is important is that you are constantly on this journey. You're constantly on this journey of healing, and that's the important part of it, that you're going to unbecome. You're going to throw away the old, the unnecessary. So it's very important that you actually make the conscious decision to say, hey, I want to heal. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about dealing with loss. No matter how rich you are, no matter how powerful you are, no matter how smart, educated, illiterate you are, like whatever life condition you're facing, at a certain point in your life you are going to lose something that means a lot to you. You are going to lose someone that means a lot to you, and I just want to help you guys, like I said, add value, and hopefully this will help you. What I have to share with you today will help you. So the first step, because I've got 5 steps, the first step is you have to come to terms with reality. You have to accept life for what it is. That's like the first thing like you have to do, because it's really easy to get delusional. It's really easy to be in denial. And I've also faced situations whereby I was very in denial. I was like, what? This just happened to me? Like an entire meal. So what? No. But the truth is, life happens, and it happens to all of us. And like I said, we are all at some point going to face painful situations. So it's important that you come to terms with reality. Like accept reality. Take it in. It is what it is. And that's the first step towards healing. Just you accepting and acknowledging the fact that, hey, this is here. This is really, really here. And it's going to be a part of my life. I'm going to have to live like this from here onwards. So yes, accept reality and come to terms with reality. The second step is you have to stop the blame game. Nothing has destroyed relationships like the blame game. Like the blame game burns a lot of bridges. The whole people not wanting to be accountable and just blaming the next person and that person and that person. The blame game actually makes you build walls, and it allows you to just forget about the next person, and allows you to not be genuine and not be willing to listen to the other person's perspective and listen to what they have to say. And so it's very important that you stop the blame game. It's exhausting. It is tiring. If you are to blame for whatever situation, first be honest with yourself and take responsibility and say, hey, this is all on me. I did this. And be accountable. If you hurt people in the process, apologize. Say sorry. It's important that you say sorry to people. And just be accountable. And show that, be sincere about your apology. Like, just be very sincere and show that, hey, I'm actually like taking responsibility for this, and I'm not just saying sorry because it's a word, but I actually mean it. But if you're not to blame, don't blame anybody else. Just let people be, and you also make peace with what has happened, and just take like reality as it is. And like I said, the blame game is exhausting. It is very exhausting, because now as people, you fail to even relate with each other and talk to each other, because one is blaming the other, and that is not okay. So stop the blame game. It's exhausting. It's draining. It takes a toll on relationships. It's very important that if you are to blame, you also are accountable. You come clean. You apologize. You are sincere. The third step is you have to feel whatever that needs to be felt. In order to heal, you have to feel. That's the only way to go through healing. Because if you are in denial of what you're feeling, if you don't want to accommodate, you don't want to face your feelings, then you're just gonna they're just gonna pile up. They're just gonna pile up within you, and that's not going to be good for your health, mentally and physically and emotionally. So it's very important that you feel feelings that demand to be felt, and that's what you have to do. Exactly, feel them. And it's okay not to be okay, guys. Like, I just want to put it out there, males, especially males, it's okay not to be okay. Cry if you have to cry. Scream if you have to scream. Feel powerless. It's fine. Like, that's all it's necessary for healing. And that whole thing that, hey, crying is for the weak, that's not true. You're not weak if you cry. It actually shows that you're human. So especially males, like, I just want to put it out there, guys. It's okay not to be okay. And the only way for you to heal, you have to feel. That's literally the only way. So please address your feelings. Like, have time for them, accommodate them, face them. It's the only human thing to do. You have to. Don't just shut it all off and be like, hey, act as if it doesn't exist. It's okay not to be okay. Like, I can never emphasize this enough. Just make sure that you feel whatever that needs to be felt. Cry. I really, really want to encourage males to cry. Like, it's not a sign of weakness. You're actually strong if you cry. It shows that, hey, you are taking this whole human experience in, because as humans, we have to feel. It's human. Oh my goodness, I can never emphasize this enough, guys. So I just really want all of us to feel and do what we must to make sure that we deal with those feelings accordingly. So the fourth step is find a safe space to take off all your burdens. As human beings, we deal with things differently, and it's important that we find a safe space, be it a person you can trust, a routine that you can trust, that this will be good enough to take away, to forget, to help you forget, help you take your mind off things and all of that. So be it a therapist, be it a piece of paper. If you don't like talking or you don't know how to talk to people, you prefer writing it down, do that, whatever that's necessary. If going to the gym is more helpful, do that. If punching bag is helpful, do that. Just find like a safe space to deal with your loss and your pain. That space should help you take off your burdens. It should make you feel a bit better about yourself every time you are done doing whatever that you're doing. So just try to find that place where it's gonna help you feel a bit better, even if it might not make a huge difference. But if you can come out of that place or whatever activity and you are smiling, that's a step in the right direction. So that's important that you find a safe space to do that. And then the fifth, which is the last step towards healing or dealing with loss, is that you must forgive yourself. It's important that you also reconcile with yourself. As human beings, we find it very hard to forgive ourselves. Being accountable and blaming yourself and judging yourself, those are two different things. Accountability comes from a positive perspective, but the blaming and the judgment and the criticism comes from a negative perspective. So it's very important that you forgive yourself. If you are trying to do something new and you fail at doing it, just forgive yourself, and move on. We are human beings, we make mistakes, or sometimes you may feel bad about things. So it's very important that you forgive yourself in the process of it all. And acknowledge that, hey, things were out of your control. Acknowledge that, hey, you're only a human. There's only so much that you can do. And nobody's perfect. Let me just put it out there. Nobody is perfect. We are all we're all imperfect, and we all fall short at some point in time in our lives. We're not perfect, so forgive yourself. It's important that you forgive yourself and build trust with yourself and reestablish that relationship. Say sorry to yourself for disappointing yourself, if that's what it's going to take. Say sorry that you didn't meet the expectations that you had for yourself. It's fine, it's okay. Just make sure you forgive yourself and you don't carry on with life and live life with that cloud hanging and saying, hey, you could have done better, you should have done better, you could have done. Sometimes all we can do is just breathe in and out. So forgive yourself. It's a very vital part of your relationship with yourself. The reconciling with ourselves, reconciliation with ourselves is very, very important, so that we can move on and we can start afresh and not blame ourselves for things that have happened. Just forgive yourself, man. Nobody's perfect. We all make our mistakes, and we all lose some, we all win some. So it's just very important that you forgive yourself. And there's no book, there's no guidance book in terms of instructions that are gonna help you go through this life thing, that are gonna tell you to turn this way, turn that way, do that, do this. So forgive yourself. You are only human, and we are all in a learning process. We are all on a journey. We're all trying to be better versions of ourselves, and loss is only natural. It's only natural for us to lose things, so that we are reminded that we are not in control. So yeah, that's just it for today. Honestly, guys, I just want to put it out there. Nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody's life is perfect. I remember I went through a really hard time in my life. I'm gonna share that whole hard time some other episode. But there was a song that I used to listen to almost every day of my life during that hard time, and it was J. Cole's No Such Thing as a Life That's Better Than Yours. No such thing, no such thing. So really, let's all go out there and understand that there's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. The life you want, the life you're envying, maybe it's horrible, you know. Just appreciate what you have, even if you may feel like it's not what you deserve. Okay, I think all of us at some stage we say the lives we're living are lives that we do not deserve, but there's a reason why you're living that life, and you must embrace the challenges, embrace the losses, embrace the painful ups and downs. It's very important that you embrace everything. This is your journey. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Nobody's perfect. I just want to put it out there. No matter what their Instagram feed has, nobody's perfect. Embrace your life. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. Choose healing. Like, choose yourself. Like, hey, embark on that journey. No matter how scary it is, you're gonna have to ask yourself some really painful questions. You're gonna have to face some harsh truths, but it's important that you go through that journey to become a better version of you. So yes, from Durban with love, it's Sisonke Shabangu, and I want you guys to comment, subscribe, and you can DM me on Instagram. DM me on Instagram at seesaw_shebangs, like a seesaw. Yes, seesaw_shebangs. That's on Instagram. Talk to me if you're going through a hard time. Like, hey, I'm really here. I really want to listen to your stories. Share whatever you're going through with me, and tell me how you moved on, how you find ways of healing. Maybe that might also help me. That might also help the other person. Maybe I might just share it, you know, with the rest of like the you guys, the viewers. So I just really, really want to put it out there that, hey, let us be a different generation. Let us work towards happiness. Let's work towards peace. And the only way to do that is by going through this painful journey of healing. Painful yet fruitful journey of healing. Remember, it's okay not to be okay. You can't heal if you don't want to feel, you know, especially to the males, you know, guys, hey, please talk, guys. It's important that you talk, you know. We're all here. Well, I'm here. I'm definitely here, but I just want to put it out there that, hey, thank you for watching this, and I just hope that it has helped you in some way. From Durban with love, for the second time now, but yeah, who cares? From Durban with love, it's Sisonke Shabangu.